Rebuild yourself. Let your focus be on you. Every day. Written and published by Inspire Audiobook. Introduction. The journey of rebuilding yourself. Life doesn't always go as planned. We face setbacks, failures, and challenges that can shake our confidence and leave us feeling lost. But no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to rebuild yourself. This audiobook is your guide to reclaiming your focus and creating a life aligned with your true potential. Rebuilding yourself is not about fixing what's broken. It's about evolving into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of who you are. It requires courage, clarity, and consistent action. You'll learn how to let go of your past, develop self-discipline, set life-changing goals, and build unshakable resilience. Most importantly, you'll discover how to prioritize yourself every single day. Because when your focus is on your growth, everything around you begins to change. Whether you're starting fresh or making small adjustments, this journey is about becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. So, take a deep breath. The process of rebuilding might feel overwhelming at times, but remember, every day is a new opportunity to begin again. Let's start this powerful journey together. Chapter 1. Self-awareness. The first step, rebuilding yourself, begins with self-awareness. It's the foundation for personal growth and the key to understanding where you are and where you want to be. Without self-awareness, it's easy to drift through life, reacting to circumstances rather than taking control. Many people feel stuck because they haven't taken the time to reflect on their current situation. They remain trapped in old patterns, unaware of how their thoughts, behaviors, and emotions are holding them back. But the good news is that self-awareness can change everything. It allows you to see yourself clearly, recognize your strengths and weaknesses, and take meaningful steps toward transformation. Self-awareness isn't just about recognizing the good or bad in yourself. It's about embracing the truth. It requires honesty and courage. Start by asking yourself some important questions. What are the patterns in your life that no longer serve you? What beliefs are limiting your growth? What do you truly want to achieve? These questions may feel uncomfortable at first, but they are essential for uncovering the hidden barriers that prevent you from moving forward. The goal is not to criticize yourself, but to observe with curiosity and compassion. Self-reflection is the beginning of self-mastery. One of the most effective ways to build self-awareness is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts and experiences helps you process your emotions and identify patterns in your behavior. It's like holding up a mirror to your mind, giving you a deeper understanding of how you react to situations and why. Start with simple prompts such as, "What did I learn about myself today?" or "What makes me feel energized or drained?" These small reflections can reveal valuable insights about your habits, triggers, and desires. Over time, they will help you gain clarity on who you are and what you need to change. Another powerful tool for self-awareness is mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It helps you break free from automatic reactions and respond to life with intention. When you practice mindfulness regularly, you become more attuned to your emotions and develop greater control over your responses. This awareness creates a gap between stimulus and reaction, giving you the power to choose how you respond. Instead of being driven by old habits or impulses, you can make conscious decisions that align with your goals. Feedback from others is also an essential part of self-awareness. Sometimes we are too close to our own experiences to see things clearly. Trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues can offer valuable perspectives on our behavior and help us identify blind spots. However, it's important to choose the right people, those who genuinely want the best for you and can offer constructive feedback without judgment. Listen with an open mind, even if the feedback is hard to hear. It's an opportunity to grow and improve. As you become more self-aware, you'll start to notice how your thoughts and emotions shape your actions. You'll recognize the habits that are helping you move forward and those that are holding you back. Awareness is the first step to change. Without it, you'll continue to repeat the same mistakes. But once you're aware, you can make conscious choices and take control of your life. It's also essential to remember that self-awareness is a continuous journey. You won't discover everything about yourself in a day or a week. It's a process that requires patience and persistence. There will be moments when you feel enlightened and others when you feel frustrated or confused. That's perfectly normal. Growth is rarely a straight line. What matters is that you stay committed to learning about yourself and adjusting as needed. Self-awareness opens the door to endless possibilities. When you truly understand yourself, your desires, fears, strengths, and weaknesses, you gain the power to design a life that aligns with your purpose. You stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. You learn to trust yourself and make decisions that reflect your values and aspirations. In this first step of your journey, give yourself permission to pause and reflect. Take the time to know yourself on a deeper level. Ask yourself hard questions, be honest with your answers, and embrace everything you discover. Rebuilding yourself is a powerful process, and it all starts here, with self-awareness. Once you understand who you are, the path forward becomes much clearer. Chapter 2. Letting go of the past. The past can be a heavy burden. We carry with us memories of failures, heartbreaks, mistakes, and missed opportunities. Often these experiences shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. If we are not careful, the weight of the past can trap us in a cycle of regret, self-doubt, and fear, preventing us from moving forward. Letting go of the past is one of the most critical steps in rebuilding yourself. It's not about erasing those experiences, but learning how to accept them, grow from them, and finally release their hold on your life. We all have moments we wish we could change: a failed relationship, a poor decision, or a missed chance that we believe could have altered the course of our lives. But the reality is, no matter how much we dwell on the past, we can't change what has already happened. What we can change, however, is how we respond to it. Instead of holding on to pain and regret, we can choose to see these experiences as lessons. The key is shifting your mindset from "Why did this happen to me?" to "What can I learn from this?" Every challenge contains a hidden lesson that can help you grow stronger and wiser if you allow it to. Letting go starts with forgiveness. This is often the hardest part. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened or forgetting it altogether. It's about releasing the emotional grip that the past holds on you. When you don't forgive, whether it's yourself or someone else, you remain emotionally tied to the experience. It becomes a weight that drags you down, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and actions. To truly move forward, you must let go of resentment and self-blame. Begin by forgiving yourself for the mistakes you've made. Understand that you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at that time. Self-forgiveness is a powerful act of self-love and the first step toward personal freedom. In addition to forgiveness, It's essential to release the stories you tell yourself about the past. We often create narratives that define who we are based on what we've been through. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. Or, I'll never succeed because I failed before. These limiting beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies if left unchecked. To rebuild yourself, you need to rewrite these stories. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you gained. Did that failure teach you resilience? Did that heartbreak show you what you truly want in a relationship? Every experience, no matter how painful, can offer a valuable insight if you're willing to see it. One practical way to let go of the past is through self-reflection and journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to process them in a healthy way. Reflect on the events that still haunt you and ask yourself, why does this memory still affect me? What emotions come up when I think about it? What lesson can I take from it? Once you've written everything down, practice a ritual of release. This could be as simple as tearing up the paper, symbolizing that you're ready to let go of that part of your story and start fresh. Another powerful tool for releasing the past is practicing mindfulness. When we dwell on the past, we often get stuck in a loop of reliving painful memories. Mindfulness helps break that cycle by bringing your focus back to the present moment. Instead of getting lost in what happened, you learn to observe your thoughts without judgment and gently bring your attention back to the here and now. Meditation, breathing exercises, and body awareness practices are all effective ways to develop mindfulness. Sometimes, letting go also means cutting ties with certain people or environments that keep pulling you back into old patterns. If there are relationships that constantly remind you of past pain or hold you back from moving forward, it might be time to set boundaries or, in some cases, walk away. This doesn't mean you have to cut everyone out of your life, but it's important to evaluate whether certain connections are helping you grow or keeping you stuck. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, encourage you, and believe in your potential. It's also crucial to be patient with yourself during this process. Letting go of the past doesn't happen overnight. There will be days when old memories resurface, and you might feel like you're back at square one. That's okay. Healing is not a linear journey. The key is to acknowledge those moments, remind yourself why you're on this journey, and keep moving forward. Celebrate your small victories along the way. Every time you choose to forgive, release a negative thought, or take a step toward your new life, you are making progress. A big part of letting go is focusing on the future you want to create. When you let go of the past, you create space for new possibilities. Imagine your life as a garden. If you keep holding on to dead plants, there's no room for new seeds to grow. By clearing out the old, you give yourself the freedom to plant something new. Start by envisioning the life you want. What does it look like? Who do you want to become? The more clearly you define your future, the easier it will be to leave the past behind. It's also helpful to create positive rituals that reinforce your new beginning. Develop habits that ground you in the present and remind you of your progress. Morning affirmations, gratitude practices, and regular exercise are all great ways to stay focused on your growth. Surround yourself with positive reminders of your journey. A vision board, inspirational quotes, or even photos that represent your goals. Finally, remember that you are not your past. Your past is a chapter in your story, but it does not define who you are today. You have the power to change your narrative and create a new story for yourself. The process may not be easy, but it's worth it. Every day you have the chance to rebuild, to grow, and to become the person you were meant to be. trust in the process, and believe in your ability to rise above whatever has held you back. Letting go of the past is an act of courage and self-love. It's a declaration that you are ready to move forward, no longer defined by what once was, but excited about what can be. The journey of rebuilding yourself begins with this powerful step, releasing the old to make room for the new. Embrace it with an open heart and an unwavering belief that your best days are still ahead. Chapter 3. Developing a growth mindset. One of the most important steps in rebuilding yourself is shifting your mindset. Many of us go through life believing that our abilities, intelligence, and circumstances are fixed. We think we are either born with certain talents or destined to be a certain way forever. This belief is what psychologists call a fixed mindset, and it can become a major roadblock in personal growth. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must develop what's known as a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve, grow, and change through effort and learning. This shift in thinking is essential because your mindset shapes how you see challenges, failures, and opportunities for growth. In a fixed mindset, failure is seen as a reflection of your abilities. If something doesn't work out, you assume it's because you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. This mindset creates fear of failure, which ultimately limits you from taking risks and pursuing new opportunities. On the other hand, a growth mindset views failure as an essential part of the learning process. Mistakes are not a sign of incompetence. They are simply feedback that helps you improve. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to stretch their abilities and become better versions of themselves. Adopting a growth mindset begins with self-awareness. You need to catch yourself when you fall into patterns of fixed thinking. For example, when you face a difficult situation, do you immediately think, "I can't do this," or "I'm not cut out for this"? These are signs of a fixed mindset creeping in. Instead, you can reframe these thoughts into more empowering ones, such as, "I'm still learning," or "This is hard, but I can figure it out." This mental shift may seem small, but it can make a world of difference in how you approach life. Another important element of developing a growth mindset is embracing the idea that effort matters more than talent. Society often glorifies natural talent, but what truly leads to success is consistent effort and perseverance. Even the most gifted individuals had to work tirelessly to hone their skills and reach the top. The good news is that effort is something you can control. You may not have all the answers right now, but if you're willing to put in the work, you can improve in almost any area of your life. As you focus on building a growth mindset, remember that feedback is your friend. Many people avoid feedback because they fear criticism. However, feedback is one of the most valuable tools for personal development. It offers you a perspective that you may not see on your own. Instead of getting defensive or discouraged by feedback, try to view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This doesn't mean you have to accept every piece of feedback you receive. Be selective and take what resonates with your goals, but always remain open to hearing new perspectives. In addition to feedback, setting learning goals rather than just performance goals can help solidify your growth mindset. Performance goals focus on achieving a specific result, such as getting a promotion or losing weight. While these goals are important, they can sometimes reinforce a fixed mindset if you become overly attached to the outcome. Learning goals, on the other hand, focus on the process of improving. For example, instead of setting a goal to run a marathon in 3 months, set a goal to gradually improve your endurance and learn more about running techniques. By focusing on the process, you become more adaptable and resilient, even if you don't achieve your original goal on the first try. Embracing challenges is another cornerstone of the growth mindset. Often, when faced with a challenge, the temptation is to give up or avoid it altogether. But challenges are where the most growth happens. They push you out of your comfort zone and force you to develop new skills and perspectives. The next time you encounter a challenge, resist the urge to retreat. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? This simple shift in perspective can turn even the most difficult situations into valuable learning opportunities. It's also crucial to redefine your relationship with failure. Many people fear failure so much that they become paralyzed, refusing to take risks or try new things. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every successful person has failed multiple times on their journey. The key is to see failure as a temporary setback, not a permanent defeat. When something doesn't work out, reflect on what went wrong, learn from it, and move forward with new insights. Each failure brings you closer to success, as long as you're willing to learn and adapt. Surrounding yourself with the right people can greatly influence your mindset. If you spend time with individuals who constantly complain, make excuses, or focus on their limitations, their mindset will rub off on you. On the other hand, being around people with a growth mindset will inspire you to aim higher and push yourself beyond your perceived limits. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who believe in continuous learning and self-improvement. Their energy and perspective will encourage you to do the same. A growth mindset is not something you develop overnight. It's a practice that requires continuous effort and reflection. There will be moments when you fall back into old patterns of fixed thinking, especially during stressful or challenging times. When this happens, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, remind yourself that growth is a journey, not a destination. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, and every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. Finally, remember that small changes lead to big transformations. You don't need to completely reinvent yourself in one day. Focus on making small improvements every day. Read books that challenge your thinking, take on new experiences that push you out of your comfort zone, and reflect on your progress regularly. Over time, these small efforts will compound, leading to significant personal growth. In conclusion, developing a growth mindset is one of the most powerful steps you can take to rebuild yourself. It allows you to see endless possibilities for growth and improvement, no matter where you are in life. With a growth mindset, every experience, good or bad, becomes a valuable lesson that brings you closer to the person you want to become. As you continue on this journey of rebuilding yourself, remember that your mindset is the foundation. Nurture it, protect it, and let it guide you toward the life you deserve. Chapter 4. The Power of Focus and Clarity. In today's fast-paced world, focus and clarity have become rare commodities. With constant distractions pulling us in every direction, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Yet, when you rebuild yourself, one of the most crucial skills you can develop is mastering your focus and gaining clarity on your life's purpose. These two elements are like the compass that guides you through the chaos, keeping you on track toward your goals. Without focus, even the best intentions falter, and without clarity, you risk drifting aimlessly, unsure of what you're truly aiming for. Focus is the ability to direct your energy toward a specific goal or task without being swayed by external noise. It's about tuning out distractions and maintaining your attention on what's important. However, focus alone isn't enough. You must also have clarity. Clarity is knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. It's the foundation of purposeful living. When focus and clarity work together, they create a powerful force that propels you forward, ensuring that your efforts aren't wasted on meaningless tasks or fleeting desires. The first step toward achieving clarity is understanding your priorities. Ask yourself, what truly matters in your life? Many people spend their days reacting to external demands without ever pausing to reflect on what they genuinely want. They follow routines, meet expectations, and chase goals that others have set for them. This can lead to a feeling of emptiness or dissatisfaction because their actions aren't aligned with their deeper desires. To rebuild yourself, you must take control of your direction. This begins with self-reflection and an honest assessment of your current state. Spend time thinking about what you want to achieve in life. What are your long-term goals? What makes you feel fulfilled? Often, gaining clarity requires stripping away the noise of the outside world and listening to your inner voice. You may need to say no to things that don't align with your priorities, even if they seem appealing at the moment. Learning to say no is a powerful way to protect your focus. Every time you say no to something that doesn't matter, you're saying yes to something that does. Once you've established clarity, maintaining focus becomes easier. However, sustaining it in a world full of distractions is no small feat. Social media, constant notifications, and the overwhelming demands of work and personal life can easily derail your attention. This is why you must actively create an environment that supports your focus. Start by identifying the common distractions that pull you away from your goals. Are you constantly checking your phone? Do you find yourself procrastinating by scrolling through endless content? If so, take deliberate steps to minimize these distractions. One effective strategy for maintaining focus is time blocking. Time blocking is a method where you schedule specific periods for tasks and commit to them without interruptions. For example, if you want to work on a project or develop a new skill, set aside dedicated time each day for that activity. During that time, eliminate all distractions, turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a focused workspace. By giving your undivided attention to one task at a time, you'll find that your productivity soars and the quality of your work improves. Another essential aspect of focus is learning how to manage your energy. Many people make the mistake of trying to power through tasks without considering their energy levels. But focus is not just about mental strength. It's also about knowing when to push and when to rest. Pay attention to your body's natural rhythms and work on your most important tasks during your peak energy periods. If you're a morning person, tackle challenging tasks early in the day. If you find your energy peaks in the afternoon, adjust your schedule accordingly. Mental clarity also requires clearing out the mental clutter that can cloud your judgment. Overthinking, worrying about the future, or dwelling on past mistakes can consume your mental energy and make it difficult to focus on the present. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to cultivate clarity. Mindfulness helps you stay present, focused, and grounded. Simple techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even taking a few minutes to pause and reflect can help you regain mental clarity when you feel overwhelmed. Additionally, clarity is closely linked to the power of intention. Living with intention means making deliberate choices that align with your values and goals. When you live intentionally, you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, you take control of your life and steer it in the direction you want. Each day, take a few minutes to set your intentions. Ask yourself, What do I want to accomplish today? What will bring me closer to my goals? Setting daily intentions keeps your mind focused and helps you avoid distractions. It's also essential to understand that focus and clarity are not permanent states. They require continuous effort and adjustment. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and sometimes your goals and priorities will change. That's okay. The key is to regularly revisit your goals and assess whether they still align with who you are and where you want to go. Don't be afraid to adjust your course if needed. Staying flexible and adaptable is part of the journey. While working on focus and clarity, avoid the trap of multitasking. Multitasking might seem like a way to get more done, but it actually divides your attention and reduces the quality of your work. Studies have shown that switching between tasks lowers productivity and increases mental fatigue. Instead, adopt a single-tasking mindset. Focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention before moving on to the next. You'll be surprised at how much more efficient and effective you become. Finally, surround yourself with people who support your growth. The people around you can either enhance your focus or drain your energy. Choose your company wisely. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire you and help you stay focused on your goals. Avoid those who constantly bring negativity or distraction into your life. Building a supportive environment is crucial for staying on track. In summary, focus and clarity are the pillars of personal transformation. Without them, it's easy to wander through life without direction or purpose. But when you cultivate these two skills, you unlock your true potential. Clarity gives you a clear vision of where you're headed, while focus ensures you stay on course. Together, they empower you to take control of your life and rebuild yourself into the person you aspire to be. The journey won't always be easy, and there will be moments when distractions tempt you to stray from your path. But if you remain committed to your goals and keep your focus sharp, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Remember, every great achievement starts with a clear vision and an unwavering focus. Keep your eyes on your goals, stay true to your path, and let nothing stand in your way. Chapter 5. Setting Life-Changing Goals. Setting meaningful goals is the foundation for personal growth and long-term success. Without clear direction, we tend to drift aimlessly through life, reacting to situations instead of creating opportunities. Goals give us a roadmap and purpose. They turn vague desires into achievable results and help us focus on what truly matters. If you want to rebuild yourself and live intentionally, you must learn how to set life-changing goals. But not just any goals. Goals that are aligned with your core values, vision, and the person you want to become. The first step in setting powerful goals is to have a clear vision of your desired future. Take a moment to think about where you see yourself in 5 or 10 years. What kind of life do you want to create? Imagine it vividly, the lifestyle, the career, the relationships, and your personal growth. Visualization is not just daydreaming, it's a powerful tool for goal setting. When you can see your future self clearly, it becomes easier to set goals that guide you toward that vision. Once you have a vision, break it down into specific goals. This is where most people go wrong. They set vague goals like, I want to be successful, or I want to be healthier. These types of goals are not actionable, and they don't give you a clear direction. Instead, your goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, a SMART goal would be, I will lose 10 kilograms in the next 6 months by exercising 5 times a week and following a balanced diet. This goal is specific and measurable, and it has a clear deadline. Breaking big goals into smaller, actionable steps is crucial. Large goals can feel overwhelming, making it easy to lose motivation. When you break them into manageable steps, each small achievement builds momentum. Let's say you want to write a book. Instead of focusing on the entire project, break it into steps. Outlining the chapters, writing 500 words a day, and revising one chapter at a time. Each step brings you closer to the bigger goal without feeling like an impossible task. Another essential element of effective goal setting is identifying your why. Every goal you set must have a strong reason behind it. Ask yourself why this goal matters. What will it bring to your life? When your goal is connected to a deep purpose, it fuels your motivation. For instance, if your goal is to start your own business, your why might be financial freedom, personal growth, or creating a better future for your family. Your purpose will keep you moving forward, even when the journey gets tough. While setting goals is vital, staying flexible is equally important. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances will force you to adjust your plans. This doesn't mean you should give up on your goals. It means you need to adapt. Flexibility allows you to make necessary changes without losing sight of your vision. If one approach isn't working, explore alternatives. The key is to stay committed to the goal while being open to different paths. One of the most overlooked aspects of goal setting is accountability. When you hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to follow through. There are several ways to build accountability. You can track your progress regularly, share your goals with a trusted friend, or even hire a mentor or coach. Knowing that someone else is aware of your goals creates a sense of responsibility and motivates you to take consistent action. Self-accountability is equally important. Keep a journal to track your progress, celebrate small wins, and reflect on what's working and what needs improvement. Visualization and affirmation are powerful techniques to reinforce your goals. Visualization involves imagining yourself achieving your goal and experiencing the emotions that come with it. This mental exercise helps train your brain to believe that the goal is possible. For example, if your goal is to deliver a successful presentation, visualize yourself standing confidently, speaking clearly, and receiving positive feedback. The more vividly you visualize, the more your brain associates that image with reality. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce your goals and boost your confidence. They help reprogram your subconscious mind with empowering beliefs. If your goal is to become more disciplined, use affirmations like, "I am focused, determined, and committed to my success." Repeat these affirmations daily to stay aligned with your goals and build the mindset needed for success. In addition to visualization and affirmations, create a system for measuring your progress. Regular progress checks keep you on track and help you make necessary adjustments. You can set weekly or monthly checkpoints to review your achievements and identify areas for improvement. Tracking your progress also serves as a source of motivation. When you see how far you've come, it inspires you to keep pushing forward. Another important aspect of goal setting is managing setbacks. No matter how well you plan, obstacles will arise. You might face unexpected challenges or moments of self-doubt. When this happens, remind yourself that setbacks are part of the process. They don't define your journey unless you let them. Develop a resilient mindset that views obstacles as opportunities for growth. Reflect on what went wrong, learn from the experience, and adjust your strategy. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. It's also essential to stay focused on your own journey. In today's world, it's easy to get distracted by what others are doing. Social media often portrays an unrealistic version of success, making it tempting to compare yourself to others. This comparison steals your joy and diverts your focus. Instead of measuring your progress against someone else's, focus on your personal growth. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Your journey is unique, and your goals should reflect your values and aspirations, not someone else's expectations. Finally, remember that consistency is the secret ingredient to achieving your goals. No matter how small the steps, taking action every day brings you closer to your dream life. It's not about making giant leaps all the time. It's about showing up consistently, even when you don't feel motivated. Small, consistent actions compound over time and create massive results. Setting life-changing goals is an ongoing process. As you grow and evolve, your goals may change too. This is natural and a sign that you're progressing. Periodically review your goals to ensure they still align with your vision and adjust as needed. Life is a continuous journey of growth, and your goals should support that journey. In the end, the process of setting and achieving goals is about becoming the person who can accomplish them. Every goal you set is an opportunity to grow, learn, and push beyond your limits. When you align your goals with your purpose, take consistent action, and stay adaptable, you'll realize that nothing is out of reach. Rebuilding yourself begins with clear intentions and focused goals. This is your time to create the life you've always dreamed of. One goal, one step, and one victory at a time. Chapter 6. Building self-discipline and strong habits. Self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth and success. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely dream about them. While motivation can inspire you to take the first step, it's self-discipline that ensures you stay on the path, even when things get difficult. Most people give up when motivation fades, but discipline is the steady force that keeps you moving forward. Rebuilding yourself requires a strong commitment to developing habits that align with your long-term goals, and that starts with understanding the true nature of self-discipline. It's not about forcing yourself to do things you hate. Instead, it's about training your mind to focus on what truly matters and making choices that lead to the life you desire. At its core, self-discipline is a form of self-respect. It's about valuing your time and potential enough to make decisions that serve your growth, even when it's hard. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving more. But discipline isn't something that comes naturally to everyone. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and strengthened over time. One of the first steps in building self-discipline is identifying what's holding you back. Often, it's not a lack of willpower, but the presence of distractions, negative habits, and unclear goals. When you remove these obstacles and create an environment that supports your growth, discipline becomes easier. Habits play a crucial role in developing self-discipline. What you do consistently shapes your life far more than what you do occasionally. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on habits. Imagine you want to improve your physical health. If you rely on motivation, you might work out only on days when you feel energized. However, if you build a habit of exercising every morning, it becomes a part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. Over time, it requires less mental effort, and it becomes automatic. That's the power of habits. They reduce the need for constant decision-making and conserve your mental energy for more significant tasks. To build strong habits, start small. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change everything at once. They set ambitious goals and expect instant results, which often leads to burnout and disappointment. Instead, focus on small, manageable changes that you can sustain. If you want to develop the habit of reading, start with just 5 minutes a day. Once that becomes easy, increase the time gradually. The key is consistency. Even the smallest habit, when done consistently, can lead to remarkable results over time. This concept is known as the compound effect. Small actions, repeated over time, lead to massive transformations. Another essential element in building self-discipline is understanding your why. Why do you want to rebuild yourself? What's driving your desire for change? When your purpose is clear, it becomes easier to stay disciplined. Your why acts as an anchor during tough times. When you feel tempted to give up, reminding yourself of your purpose can reignite your determination. For example, if your goal is to build a successful career, your why might be to provide a better life for your family or to fulfill your passion. Keep that purpose front and center. Write it down, visualize it, and use it as a constant reminder. While building discipline, you must also learn to manage setbacks. No matter how committed you are, there will be days when you slip up. You might miss a workout, procrastinate on an important task, or indulge in an old habit. It's crucial not to let these moments define you. Too often, people fall into the trap of all-or-nothing thinking. If they break their streak, they convince themselves they've failed entirely and give up altogether. Instead, treat setbacks as learning opportunities. Reflect on what caused the slip-up and adjust your approach. Remember, progress is never a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs. What matters most is your ability to get back on track quickly. Accountability is another powerful tool for building discipline. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a system that keeps you honest about your progress. There are several ways to do this. One method is to track your habits and goals in a journal or an app. Seeing your progress visually can be incredibly motivating. Another method is to find an accountability partner, someone who shares your goals or supports your journey. This could be a friend, family member, or mentor. Regular check-ins with your accountability partner can keep you focused and help you overcome challenges. Additionally, it's essential to learn how to say no. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions, social media, endless notifications, and countless obligations that pull us in different directions. If you're not careful, these distractions can consume your time and energy, leaving little room for what truly matters. Self-discipline means prioritizing what's important and saying no to everything that doesn't align with your goals. This can be difficult at first, especially if you're used to being a people-pleaser. However, learning to say no is a form of self-care. It's about protecting your time and energy so that you can invest them in the things that matter most. Visualization and positive reinforcement can also help strengthen your self-discipline. Visualize yourself succeeding. Picture the life you want and imagine how it feels to achieve your goals. Visualization isn't just wishful thinking. It's a mental rehearsal that trains your brain to focus on success. Combine this with positive reinforcement by rewarding yourself for progress. The rewards don't have to be extravagant. Even a small celebration can boost your motivation and reinforce the habit. For example, if you stick to your new habit for a week, treat yourself to something you enjoy. A movie night, a special meal, or some quiet time to relax. Building self-discipline takes time, but it's one of the most valuable investments you'll ever make. It gives you the power to shape your life according to your vision, rather than being at the mercy of circumstances. Remember, discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when it's hard. Over time, as you build discipline and strong habits, you'll notice a transformation not just in your external results, but in who you are as a person. You'll become more confident, focused, and resilient. You'll develop the inner strength to face challenges head-on and stay committed to your goals. Ultimately, self-discipline is the key to rebuilding yourself and achieving lasting change. It's a journey that requires patience, dedication, and a deep belief in your ability to grow. Start small, stay consistent, and trust the process. Remember, every choice you make, no matter how small, has the power to shape your future. So, take control of your habits. Focus on what truly matters and build the life you've always imagined, one disciplined step at a time. Chapter 7. Emotional Resilience and Mental Strength. In life, challenges are inevitable. The journey of rebuilding yourself is rarely smooth. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and moments of doubt. What sets successful individuals apart is not their ability to avoid difficulties, but their capacity to rise after every fall. This ability is known as emotional resilience, the mental toughness that allows you to adapt, recover, and grow stronger from life's adversities. Developing emotional resilience is crucial for rebuilding yourself because it empowers you to face obstacles head-on without losing focus. It helps you manage your emotions, stay composed under pressure, and maintain clarity in the face of uncertainty. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending to be strong. It's about learning to process emotions in a healthy way and bounce back stronger each time life tests you. The first step in building emotional resilience is understanding your emotions. Many people fear their feelings, especially negative ones like sadness, anger, or fear. They suppress them or avoid dealing with them altogether. But ignoring your emotions only amplifies their power over you. Instead, you must embrace your emotions, acknowledge them, and allow yourself to feel them fully. This process might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary for emotional growth. By identifying your emotions and their triggers, you gain control over how you respond to them. Remember, you can't control every situation, but you can control how you react. This simple mindset shift is a powerful tool in developing resilience. Another essential element of emotional resilience is adopting a problem-solving mindset. When faced with a difficult situation, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and stuck. Many people fall into the trap of self-pity, dwelling on their problems instead of looking for solutions. Resilient individuals, however, focus on what they can do to improve the situation. They break down the challenge into smaller, manageable parts and tackle each step with determination. They understand that every problem has a solution, even if it's not immediately clear. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, you train your mind to see possibilities rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective can significantly reduce stress and help you stay composed during tough times. A key component of mental strength is the ability to manage stress effectively. Stress is a natural part of life, but if left unchecked, it can take a serious toll on your mental and physical well-being. Resilient individuals develop healthy coping mechanisms to manage stress. they practice mindfulness, meditation, and breathing exercises to calm their minds and stay grounded in the present moment. These practices help you stay aware of your thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your experiences with curiosity rather than judgment, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. When you cultivate this level of awareness, you gain the ability to handle challenging situations with a calm and focused mind. In addition to managing stress, building mental strength requires self-compassion. Many people are their harshest critics, constantly judging themselves for every mistake or shortcoming. While self-reflection is important, excessive self-criticism can erode your confidence and mental resilience. Self-compassion, on the other hand, involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. When you experience failure or setbacks, instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge your pain and remind yourself that it's okay to struggle. Everyone faces difficulties, and you're no exception. Embracing self-compassion allows you to recover more quickly from setbacks and maintain a positive mindset. Building a strong support system is another crucial aspect of emotional resilience. While self-reliance is essential, no one can thrive in isolation. Resilient individuals know the value of surrounding themselves with supportive and uplifting people. These are the people who encourage you, listen without judgment, and remind you of your strength when you feel weak. A strong support system can provide the emotional nourishment you need during tough times, helping you stay grounded and focused on your journey. Don't hesitate to reach out to trusted friends, family members, or mentors when you need support. Sometimes, simply sharing your thoughts and feelings with someone you trust can lighten the emotional load and give you a fresh perspective. Resilience also involves the ability to maintain a sense of purpose and meaning, even in the face of adversity. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused, regardless of the challenges that come your way. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are your core values? What kind of life do you want to create? When you have a strong why, it becomes easier to push through difficult times. Your purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you steady when life feels chaotic. Resilient individuals are also highly adaptable. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and being able to adjust and adapt is critical for maintaining your momentum. This doesn't mean abandoning your goals at the first sign of difficulty. It means being flexible in your approach and open to change. Sometimes, the path you envisioned may not be the best route, and that's okay. Adaptability allows you to explore new possibilities and find creative solutions to challenges. It keeps you moving forward, even when the road ahead looks different from what you expected. Finally, resilience is built through consistent action and reflection. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you strengthen your mental muscles. Reflect on your past experiences, both successes and failures, and extract the lessons they offer. How did you handle previous challenges? What worked and what didn't? Use those insights to build a stronger foundation for the future. Growth is a continuous process, and every experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to learn and evolve. In the end, emotional resilience and mental strength are not traits you're born with. They're skills you can develop with practice and perseverance. The more you work on these skills, the stronger you become. Life will always present you with challenges, but with resilience, you'll be able to face them with confidence and courage. Remember, it's Nen. The journey of rebuilding yourself is a test of resilience, and every step you take makes you stronger. Stay focused, stay determined, and trust in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. With emotional resilience and mental strength, there's nothing you can't achieve. Chapter 8. Physical and mental well-being. Your body and mind are the foundation of everything you want to achieve in life. When they're aligned and functioning at their best, you feel energized, focused, and capable of handling any challenge. But neglecting your physical and mental health can leave you feeling drained, unmotivated, and overwhelmed. If you truly want to rebuild yourself, you must prioritize both your physical well-being and mental resilience. This chapter will help you understand how these two aspects are deeply connected and how you can nurture them to support your journey of self-reinvention. The first step in building a strong foundation is recognizing the mind-body connection. Your mental and emotional states are heavily influenced by your physical health. When you exercise regularly, eat nutritious food, and get enough sleep, your brain functions more effectively. You can think clearly, focus longer, and manage stress better. On the other hand, poor physical health often leads to fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. It's no coincidence that people who prioritize physical fitness often report higher levels of happiness and mental clarity. Let's start with exercise. Many people think of exercise purely in terms of physical appearance, losing weight or building muscle. While those can be great goals, the true power of exercise lies in how it affects your brain. Regular physical activity releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that naturally improve your mood. It reduces anxiety, combats depression, and helps you sleep better at night. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic to experience these benefits. Even 30 minutes of walking, stretching, or dancing every day can make a significant difference in how you feel. The key is consistency. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Equally important is nutrition. Your body is like a machine, and the food you consume is its fuel. If you feed it junk, highly processed foods, sugary snacks, and empty calories, your energy levels will plummet and your mental sharpness will fade. On the contrary, a balanced diet filled with whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can do wonders for your overall well-being. Pay attention to how certain foods make you feel. Notice how a diet rich in nutrients can boost your mood and keep your energy stable throughout the day. Small changes, like reducing your sugar intake or staying hydrated, can have a profound impact on your physical and mental health. Sleep is another critical factor that often gets overlooked. In today's fast-paced world, many people wear sleep deprivation as a badge of honor, thinking it's a sign of productivity or dedication. However, chronic sleep deprivation is one of the most harmful things you can do to your body and mind. Lack of sleep impairs cognitive function, reduces your ability to manage emotions, and increases the risk of physical health problems like heart disease and diabetes. Prioritize getting at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Develop a bedtime routine that helps you wind down. Avoid screens before bed, read a book, or practice deep breathing exercises to signal to your body that it's time to rest. While physical well-being is essential, mental health is just as crucial. Rebuilding yourself requires emotional strength and mental clarity. Life will always throw challenges your way, and it's your mental resilience that will determine how you respond. One of the best ways to strengthen your mind is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment without judgment. It allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. When practiced regularly, Mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and increase self-awareness. There are many ways to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Meditation is a powerful tool that can help you quiet your mind and reduce mental clutter. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. When your mind starts to wander, which it will, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. Over time, you'll notice that your ability to focus improves, and you'll feel calmer and more grounded. If meditation isn't your thing, you can practice mindfulness in other ways, like paying full attention to your meals, going for a mindful walk, or simply taking a few deep breaths when you're feeling stressed. Another key aspect of mental well-being is managing your stress levels. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, but how you respond to it makes all the difference. Chronic stress can take a toll on your body and mind, leading to burnout, anxiety, and even physical illness. The good news is that you can learn to manage stress more effectively. Start by identifying your main stressors. What situations or people tend to trigger feelings of overwhelm? Once you know what's causing your stress, you can take steps to address it. Sometimes that means setting boundaries, saying no to commitments that don't serve you, or simply taking a break when you need one. Physical activity and mindfulness are great stress relievers, but there are other techniques you can use as well. Deep breathing exercises can calm your nervous system almost instantly. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. Repeat this cycle several times, and you'll notice yourself feeling more relaxed. Journaling is another effective tool. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them and gain perspective. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a few minutes to jot down what's on your mind. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel afterward. Your mental well-being is also influenced by the people you surround yourself with. If you're constantly around negative or toxic individuals, their energy can drain you and affect your mindset. Take a moment to evaluate your relationships. Are the people in your life lifting you up or holding you back? Rebuilding yourself often means letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. This isn't always easy, but it's necessary for your growth. At the same time, seek out positive influences, people who inspire and support you. Build a community of like-minded individuals who encourage you to be your best self. Finally, remember that self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Taking time to care for yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally isn't selfish. It's essential for your well-being. Self-care looks different for everyone. For some, it might mean taking a bubble bath or reading a good book. For others, it could be going for a run, cooking a healthy meal, or spending time in nature. Find what nourishes your soul and make it a regular part of your life. In conclusion, your physical and mental well-being are the foundation upon which you will rebuild yourself. Prioritizing your health isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Make small, consistent changes that support your well-being, and over time, you'll notice a significant transformation. When you take care of your body and mind, you'll have the strength, clarity, and resilience to face any challenge and continue your journey of rebuilding yourself every day. Chapter 9. Building supportive relationships. Rebuilding yourself is a deeply personal journey, but it's one that no one should take entirely alone. The people around you have a significant impact on your growth, mindset, and overall success. When you're surrounded by supportive, uplifting individuals, your journey becomes lighter and more rewarding. On the other hand, Toxic or unsupportive relationships can drain your energy and derail your progress. That's why building a strong support system is crucial for sustaining personal growth. It starts with being intentional about who you allow into your life and how you engage with them. The first step in building supportive relationships is understanding the role that relationships play in your life. Every connection, whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, affects your energy and perspective. Positive relationships inspire, encourage, and challenge you to be better. They provide a safe space where you can express yourself without fear of judgment. These connections become your anchors during difficult times and your cheerleaders when you achieve something great. On the other hand, negative relationships can drain your energy, fill your mind with doubts, and create unnecessary drama. Recognizing the impact of each relationship is essential for curating a circle that supports your growth. As you rebuild yourself, you'll realize that not everyone will understand your journey. Some people may resist your growth, especially if it means you're changing in ways that no longer align with their expectations. It's natural to outgrow certain relationships when you're focused on self-improvement. This process can be painful, but it's also necessary. Holding on to people who no longer serve your growth only keeps you stuck in the past. Instead, focus on surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire and uplift you. Seek out those who celebrate your successes, encourage your ambitions, and support you without hidden agendas. One of the most powerful steps in building supportive relationships is setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about protecting your energy and prioritizing your well-being. Without boundaries, you may find yourself constantly giving to others at the expense of your own growth. This can lead to burnout, resentment, and a sense of being taken advantage of. Boundaries help you define what is acceptable and what is not. They allow you to take control of your time and emotional energy, ensuring that you have enough to invest in your personal development. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting others' needs ahead of your own. You might worry about how people will react or fear that you'll come across as selfish. But remember, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's about teaching others how to treat you and reinforcing your commitment to your growth. Start by identifying areas in your life where you feel drained or overwhelmed. Is there a friend who always brings negativity into your conversations? Do you find yourself saying yes to every request, even when it compromises your priorities? Once you've identified these areas, communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. While it's important to protect your energy, it's equally important to actively seek out relationships that nourish your soul. Building a strong support system involves finding people who share your values and are genuinely invested in your growth. These people may already exist in your life, or you may need to expand your network to find them. Start by evaluating the relationships you already have. Who in your life makes you feel inspired, supported, and motivated? Spend more time with these individuals and nurture those connections. If you're looking to expand your network, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Join groups, attend workshops, and engage in communities that align with your interests and goals. For example, if you're focused on personal development, consider joining a local mastermind group or an online community of like-minded individuals. Surrounding yourself with people who are also on a journey of growth can be incredibly motivating. These connections can provide new perspectives, advice, and opportunities that you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Another key aspect of building supportive relationships is learning how to give as much as you receive. Relationships are a two-way street, and the strongest connections are built on mutual support and understanding. When you invest time and effort into others, you create a foundation of trust and reciprocity. Be a good listener, offer your help when needed, and celebrate others' successes. Genuine support creates a cycle of positivity that strengthens your relationships and makes you an indispensable part of your network. It's also essential to recognize that not all relationships need to be lifelong. Some people come into your life for a season to teach you a lesson or help you grow. When their purpose in your journey has been fulfilled, it's okay to let them go. This doesn't mean the relationship was a failure. It simply served its purpose. Holding on to relationships that have run their course can prevent you from fully stepping into the next phase of your growth. Letting go with gratitude allows you to make space for new, more aligned connections. Building supportive relationships isn't just about external connections. It's also about the relationship you have with yourself. Self-respect, self-love, and self-trust are the foundations of every other relationship in your life. When you treat yourself with kindness and prioritize your well-being, you set the standard for how others should treat you. The way you speak to yourself matters. Practice self-compassion, especially during challenging times. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remind yourself that you are worthy of love and support. Finally, always remember that relationships evolve. As you continue to rebuild yourself, your needs and priorities may change. It's okay to reassess your relationships periodically and make adjustments. Growth is an ongoing process, and the people you surround yourself with should reflect the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Stay open to new connections, and don't be afraid to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. In this journey of rebuilding, the right relationships will be your greatest allies. They'll lift you up when you're down, challenge you to be your best, and remind you of your strength when you forget it. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your potential, and never underestimate the power of a supportive community. Together, you can achieve more than you ever imagined. Chapter 10. Living with Purpose and Moving Forward. Rebuilding yourself is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey that requires continuous effort and self-reflection. Once you've redefined your goals, strengthened your mindset, and established the foundation of discipline and resilience, the next step is to live with purpose and keep moving forward. Living with purpose means aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. It's about creating a life that reflects your values, passions, and long-term vision. When you have a clear purpose, every decision you make becomes more intentional, and every step you take brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. To live with purpose, you first need to define what it means for you. Ask yourself, what do I want from life? What impact do I want to leave on the world? Purpose doesn't always have to be something grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as striving to be a better version of yourself every day, supporting your family, or making a difference in your community. The key is to ensure that your daily actions align with your deeper intentions. Purpose is what gives your life direction and meaning. Without it, even the most disciplined life can feel hollow. The journey of living with purpose begins with self-reflection. Take time to assess your life and identify the areas where you feel most fulfilled and those where you feel empty or stuck. Be honest with yourself. It's easy to get caught up in routines and external expectations, but living with purpose requires breaking free from these patterns and focusing on what truly resonates with you. Sometimes, this means making difficult choices, walking away from a toxic environment, ending unhealthy relationships, or pursuing a completely different career path. These decisions can be painful, but they are necessary for growth and alignment with your purpose. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to create a long-term vision for your life. Imagine where you want to be in the next 5 or 10 years. What kind of person do you want to become? Visualize your ideal future and write it down. This vision will serve as your compass, guiding your actions and helping you stay focused, especially during tough times. Break your long-term vision into smaller achievable goals and celebrate each milestone along the way. Progress may be slow, but as long as you're moving in the right direction, you're on the path to living a meaningful life. Consistency is the secret to long-term success. You can have the most inspiring vision, but it will remain just a dream if you don't take consistent action. One of the best ways to stay consistent is to develop daily habits that support your growth and align with your purpose. These habits can be simple: waking up early, journaling, practicing gratitude, or reading a few pages of a personal development book. The key is to create a routine that keeps you grounded and focused on what truly matters. Another essential element of living with purpose is learning to embrace change. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances will inevitably shift. Your goals may evolve, and your vision may change as you grow and learn. Instead of resisting these changes, welcome them as opportunities for growth. Be flexible and open to new possibilities while staying true to your core values. Remember that purpose is not a fixed destination. It's a dynamic journey that evolves with you. As you move forward, you'll encounter setbacks and failures. These moments can be discouraging, but they are an inevitable part of the journey. What matters most is how you respond to them. Resilience is your greatest asset. When things go wrong, take a step back, reassess your situation, and adjust your approach. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. Surrounding yourself with the right people is also crucial for living with purpose. Build a strong support system of friends, mentors, and peers who inspire and encourage you. Avoid people who drain your energy or try to pull you away from your goals. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset and behavior. Create an environment that fosters growth, positivity, and motivation. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your circle wisely. Living with purpose doesn't mean you won't face challenges. You will. There will be days when you feel exhausted, unmotivated, or uncertain about your path. During these moments, remind yourself why you started. Go back to your vision, reconnect with your purpose, and keep moving forward. Even small steps matter. Progress is progress, no matter how slow it may seem. Trust the process and have faith in your journey. Another vital aspect of moving forward is maintaining balance. It's easy to become so focused on your goals that you neglect other areas of your life. While it's important to stay committed, don't forget to take care of your physical and mental well-being. Make time for rest, relaxation, and activities that bring you joy. A well-balanced life is a sustainable life. Prioritize self-care and remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. One of the most powerful ways to stay focused on your journey is to practice gratitude regularly. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what's missing to what's already present in your life. It helps you stay positive and appreciative, even during difficult times. Start each day by reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice can have a profound impact on your mindset and overall happiness. Finally, living with purpose means giving back. As you grow and rebuild yourself, find ways to contribute to the lives of others. Share your knowledge, support those in need, and be a source of inspiration. Helping others not only adds meaning to your life, but also strengthens your sense of purpose. When you lift others up, you lift yourself up too. As we reach the end of this journey, remember that rebuilding yourself is a lifelong process. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every day is a new opportunity to learn, grow, and move closer to your dreams. Embrace the highs and the lows, stay focused on your purpose, and never stop moving forward. You have the power to create the life you've always wanted. Believe in yourself, stay true to your values, and take consistent action. The road ahead may be challenging, but it's also filled with endless possibilities. Keep rebuilding, refocusing, and growing. Your best self is waiting on the other side. Conclusion: the ongoing journey of rebuilding yourself. Rebuilding yourself is not a destination. It's a journey that unfolds every single day. It's about committing to growth, embracing change, and focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. Throughout this audiobook, you've learned how to let go of the past, develop a growth mindset, set meaningful goals, and build resilience. But these lessons are just the beginning. What truly matters is how you apply them in your life moving forward. Remember, rebuilding yourself doesn't mean you have to get everything right all at once. Growth is a gradual process, and it's okay to take small steps. Some days will be tough, and you may feel like giving up. When those moments come, remind yourself why you started. Revisit your vision, focus on your progress, and keep moving forward. Even the smallest actions, when taken consistently, can lead to incredible transformations over time. Stay patient with yourself. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and learn from your setbacks. Life will throw challenges your way, but with a clear purpose and an unshakable focus on your growth, you'll have the strength to overcome anything. Finally, never forget that you are your greatest investment. Prioritize yourself every day. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in your ability to rebuild and create the life you deserve. The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. So, as you move forward, embrace each day as a fresh start. Stay focused on what truly matters and trust the process. You have everything it takes to rebuild yourself and live a life full of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. The best version of you is just around the corner. Go and meet it.